Well, hello and welcome to Sports by Compian. My name, of course, is Stephen Compian, and we're back. We're back
Back,
after
man.
the Christmas break. There's been much turmoil in the football world, and we are here to recap it all for you. Happy for New Year to all of the Sports by Compian fans. Thank you for supporting us over the year and continuing to like and subscribe to our content because we make it for you and for
True.
ourselves, of course. And the
Mostly
person
for
who's been
us.
with me all year, Mr. Corey Compian, the most powerful co-host in the whole world, is here. Hi, Corey.
It's true. I once was less powerful, but then I killed someone more powerful and absorbed all his power. So now I'm twice as powerful because that's how that
Whoa,
works.
that's pretty cool, dude. That's
Yeah,
really
well,
cool.
that's how it went
Well,
down.
we got some excellent games to recap here, Corey. As I mentioned, it's been crazy the last couple of weeks here in the NFL as we get closer and closer to this playoffs. It's competitive. It's crazy. It's all going to come down to this last week for a lot of different teams. But let's hop into it all. We got 5 games that we're going to cover here. Of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking care of business, and that's what we will start with, Corey. Can you believe it? The Buccaneers handle business at home on a must-win game. Doesn't seem very Buccaneer-like, but they did it.
They took the division, right?
We have not taken the division. No, we
Hmm.
did trounce the poor Carolina Panthers 48-14. This game will forever be known as the Duck game because shortly before into the second half, right before Carolina had their blocked punt, Mr. Duck himself makes an appearance, and that motivated, inspired the fucking special teams for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka does something useful for once in his career, blocks a punt. Amazing. Great job, Joe. Didn't hit the punter either. And then what's his fucking name? JJ Russell picks it up, takes it to the end zone. Probably his first career touchdown. Big play. The offense was already cooking, so Carolina had no chance to keep up with this. They were in it early, and then they had 3 straight 3-and-outs. Buccaneers offense was flowing, was killing it. We settled for a couple field goals in the early going, but ultimately had a huge lead at halftime. Bryce Young finds Adam Thielen twice, which was kind of embarrassing because it was just silly throws. Like you could see the safety just biting on both of them. And Adam Thielen burns us twice. Like crazy wonder, that dude. But either
Just
way,
old boy, old timey white boys. You love to see him out
dude,
there, just still doing shit. It's crazy.
still doing it. Good for him.
He
Mike
just took the
Evans
torch
gets
from Jordy
closer.
Nelson.
He did. Kind of, yeah, yeah. I don't know if he's ever been as fast as Jordy Nelson. He's more been of a possession receiver throughout his career. Although he can top off of defenses a lot. Never mind. But either way, Mike Evans does get closer to his big day, and we need him for 2 touchdowns on the day. But unfortunately, they're both like 1 yard passes, so not like tons to add onto there. But he only needs 85 going into this final week. As we mentioned, Sports Champion fans, we missed that happy game where Corey's Dallas Cowboys absolutely ruined or tried to ruin the Buccaneers' playoff chances. It almost got really out of control there
It fucked up our
with a
draft picks.
just
We're just like, you know what? Let's just do some shit. Why not? This
the
is this.
Cowboys just played their little fucking hearts out. It made no sense. They were playing out of their mind. But shout out to Bland, mostly shut down Evans, and then had a huge strip fumble on Rashad White, who didn't even really see the ball at all this past week. Sorry, Rashad, but he's definitely on his way out in Tampa because we have a absolute stud in Mr. Bucky Irving himself, who hit 1,000 yards. Congratulations to Bucky Irving, the first running back to hit 1,000 yards for the Buccaneers since Doug Martin, Corey, since the muscle hamster. That's how long it's been since we've had like a
Not big on the
legit
run game, huh?
good running back. Well, we just haven't been able to draft really good running backs for the last couple times. It's been a weakness for Jason Light up until hitting on Rashad and now on really hitting on Bucky Irving. Sean Tucker waiting in the wind. So we're looking good in the running back room. Maybe we'll be able to trade Rashad next year, get a corner. Could really use one because goddamn, our secondary is fucking beat up and sad. And we got guys like Mayweather in there. We got Ryan Neal coming back. It's bad. We need help in the secondary. That's all next year's problem, though, Corey, because even though the Buccaneers stumbled against the Cowboys, rebound strong against Carolina, who a lot of people thought this was going to be a very close game because Carolina have been fighting. They've been playing some good football the last couple of weeks. Bryce Young is looking much better, but it just wasn't enough. Baker just got in there and just started baking. Shout out Payne Durham, gets his first touchdown, immediately threw it into the stands. So Buccaneers staff had to go track it back down for him. So shout out Buccaneers staff. In addition to dealing with the duck, I saw the guy handling him. He was handling him very safely. So we love to see it.
Did you see the like the kid that ended up with the ball is basically like hanging out till the end of the game to talk to Baker?
You mean Payne Durham? Oh, is that what kind of like one of the deal probably?
Yeah,
They're
so
like, all
like
right, listen, kid, we'll give you a jersey. You can say hi to Baker. Just we need that ball back.
well, so it's like ongoing negotiations. Like I mean, it was the dad. Like it's like a 5-year-old kid, but the dad's like,
Of
yeah, no, we're
course, of
not
course.
fucking giving this ball back. Like we got to talk to Baker himself. So they're just gonna hang out till the end of the game.
Well, I'm glad they did give it back, whatever their price may have been, because you don't get a first touchdown catch in the
Well,
NFL. You got to keep that ball.
I think Baker wanted it because it was his career high of 5 touchdowns.
No, it was going to Payne Durham because that was his first touchdown catch.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have to track it down from. You mentioned in the press conference, he's like, I don't know what the guy's doing. Like, it's his first touchdown catch. He's got to pay a fine now. It was just pretty funny. Just second year Payne Durham, excited on his first catch. Oh, shout out Devin Colum, our seventh round tight end. Got in there, got some catches. The Bucs fans have been kind of wondering if we were ever going to see him. Hey, he got his chance with K. Dot injury. Had a couple good catches. Would have had a touchdown, but Baker overthrew him. But either way, can't say enough about the Bucs. Great win. To be honest, didn't finish the game because your boy had to run off to go play touch. You gotta get your exercise, Corey. This
Gotta
is the
get
way
your
of
reps in.
life. Unfortunately, there was after the Cowboys' big high of beating the Bucs, they did not carry that same energy into Sunday, did they, Corey?
No. Yeah, quite a beatdown. Saquon hit 2,000 yards, and
Yay!
big. I don't know if it was a TV timeout or if it was like the Philly sideline called the timeout, but they had a big moment where everyone came out and like high fived him. They had like the even that one female ref that's been kicking around for a couple years. She went up and like congratulated him and stuff. It was like a cool moment. Like, oh yeah, look, like no one's done this in
These
forever.
Bucs came against the Cowboys. I am very happy to see this for Saquon. It's really cool to
Yeah,
see what he's
like
done
I
this year.
hate the Eagles. I like Saquon. Like I'm
Yeah,
all right with seeing him be successful because he is just such a chill dude. Like, and he
for sure.
deserves to have good shit happen to him after he
Did
got
you
out of
hear
that
like
dumpster
he
fire
got
that
like
is
his
New York.
conference? He got his like NFC East ring, and he was like, "I didn't even know this was a thing. What the hell?"
Yeah.
And the top
Um.
comment on Reddit is just a Giants fan be like, "Come on, man."
But dude, what's funny is like, so they have this huge moment, like team, like that's a timeout. Everyone's like walking up, dapping them up. You see like the linemen, they're both there, like, yeah, bro, that's us too, and they're like high fiving each other. And then like a couple plays later, they of course score because of course they did. And then it's like the Cowboys have the ball back, and Rico Dowell has like, you know, first down or some run, and they just do like kind of like a little graphic pops up like Rico Dowell hit 1,000 yards, and then it's like the next play starts. Like it's like yeah,
Hey, good for Rico Dowell,
good
kid.
for Rico
That's
Dowell.
dope.
Honestly, like someone
That was a
who
quiet 1,000 yards, dude.
well he really picked it up in the second half of the season. Like early
When he
on,
finally got that job from Ezekiel Elliott, right?
he got the job from Ezekiel Elliott, and we are like, Rush can't throw the ball 40 times a game. Like we gotta commit to the run game, and it worked. Like he does, he hit 1,000 yards. That's good, you know.
Yeah, good for him.
Um, but it is funny how it's like you got to do twice as much if you want to get a timeout and have the refs come up and
Oh,
congratulate you,
for
bro.
sure. Well, what's
Thousand
weird about
yards,
that is
pretty
it doesn't sound
pedestrian.
like they're at all concerned about going after Eric Dickerson's record because they pretty much pulled Shaquan right after that, right? And didn't put him in for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and they're not even sure if he's gonna play next week.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
might
which I
just
guess I
rest him.
respect, but it's also like, I mean, let the guy go for the record. Come on now.
Well, so it wouldn't matter because
Dickerson doesn't want to see that though. Dickerson got it done in 14 games,
that's what I
dude.
was saying.
Holy
This
shit.
this is a shorter season, so it's like he's
Longer season.
or a longer season, right? So it wouldn't really beat the record, like unless you have
The
20.
record though.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying, but still, like
Yeah.
it would be
There'll always be an
impressive.
asterisk, but I mean, whatever, older players. Sorry.
Yeah,
There's more games
different
now.
rules. Yep.
There's more games. And it's kind of the same argument for Mike Evans. Like he wouldn't have hit the thing if it wouldn't have been for all these extra games the last couple of years. But hey,
Yeah,
it's the thing
that's right.
now. So go fuck
It's the thing
yourselves.
now. These are the rules.
These are the
Um,
rules.
dude, Mike Evans really fucking went off though. Like he killed me in fantasy. I lost my fantasy championship, which I'm happy I made it
Oh,
to the
sorry.
championship. I get second place, so I still get money, which, first time I've played fantasy in a couple years, and making some stuff happen. So I'm happy about it.
Nice.
A detour there a little bit. Started rambling. The Cowboys game. We got wrecked by a lot. Very tragic that like they had Kenny Pickett in there, their backup, and then like he beat us so bad that they were like, all right, fuck it, you come out, Kenny, let's put in our third stringer, and the fucking third stringer throws a touchdown, just like an absolute dot
No.
to AJ Brown. Same situation with Baker. AJ Brown gets so hyped, he just bombs the ball out into the stands, and then they're like trying to negotiate to get the ball back for this third stringer they have. I'm not sure what the guy's name is,
Knows
but
what the kid's name is, but it was his first touchdown grab.
his first touch. No, he's a third string quarterback. So this is
Right,
his
right. So
first touchdown
his
throw.
first touchdown pass. Gotcha.
So he's like, "Oh, what happened to my ball?" It's like, dude, AJ fucking threw it. So then like the guy does give the ball back, and they're all like,
Nice.
"All right, cool." Like he's like, doing this whole thing like, "Yeah, I see you, bro. Good job." Like he's all hype about, having getting the touchdown. AJ Brown's like promising him his jersey after the game. Like the very next drive, they strip Rico Dowell and I think it was Slayton, like strips the ball, doesn't do the whole like turnover celebration, just runs up to that dude and hands him that ball. And then
Oh,
at the end of the game, they AJ Brown did sign his jersey and give it to the guy. So the
hey,
dude
hell
really
of a win
like,
for that fan.
dude, that one dude gets a jersey, gets a ball, and he gets on TV as like, a cool fan. Like, which I gotta say,
Yeah,
for as much as Philly fans suck, they need this good press. They need this good
for
press of the
sure.
dude not
That's what
being a
everyone
fucking
online was saying
thundercut.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Agreed.
So that
Well,
was
yeah, not
cool.
much else to
Like
say about this beatdown, right?
Micah Parsons at the end of the game in the locker room, he gave a very silly conference where he was saying it was only 5 big plays, just like 2 long passes and like a couple good runs, but like, it's just 5 plays. Other than that, I think we played him really close. It's like, dude, they put up 41 points. It's tough to
A little
say.
out of touch, buddy. Dude,
I don't
anytime you give
know.
up 41 points as a defense, you just got to eat that on the chin and pretend
You
like it never
can't
happened.
be on the field and expect us to know to believe you know what you're talking about if
Right.
after that game you're saying, "Oh, they didn't beat us that bad. That wasn't so bad." Dude, it's 41-7.
Yeah.
It's 41-7. There's
Maybe he's trying to say that his defense did their job, but you guys didn't
You did it.
because
They
Kenny
put up
Pickett put up
41
like a lot
points.
on you. Kenny
It's
Pickett,
not
the third stringer, threw a touchdown pass on you, dude.
right. If like
Tough day at the
everyone in their locker room came in and fucking scored on you. Like, no, dude. You can't come
No,
away from that and be like, "No, I think we're just as
we're
good as them.
close.
We're close. We kept it close."
He's
Like,
still riding on the high from the Bucs game. He's like, if you take in how we played against the Bucs and put it into this game a little bit, it kind of balances out.
if all of the teams got mushed together, I would say we're kind of all equal. But yeah, beat down. A couple cool moments in spite of it being a beat down. Mostly cool moments for the Eagles, more so than the Cowboys. But yay, not every year's your year. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? But yeah, speaking of good moments, Sam Darnold enjoying some success over here with the Minnesota Vikings. Anyone who's watched this kid's career, and saw his time with the Jets, bounced over to the Panthers, went to Seattle, the 49ers. He's the other good feel story. There was Baker Mayfield last year, and obviously his continued success this year. And this year we have Sam Darnold. Geno Smith started this whole thing with, hey, don't throw away first round picks. We can come back and maybe do something later. And
Yeah,
now
send
Baker
us to
and
a team
Darnold
that's
have,
not trash.
yeah, basically get away from the Jets. Like, so, hey, shout out
Effective.
Zach Wilson. He still might be successful. But really, it's just like, yeah, you got to get away from the Jets.
Even Aaron
Not even,
Rodgers, who was
not
like
even
MVP,
Rodgers could
went
save
there.
them.
Yeah.
Not even Rodgers could save them.
They
There's
just got
something
bad
cursed about
juju
that
over there, man. I don't
franchise.
know what's going on.
It's Woody Johnson's fault. Always blame the owner. Whenever it's like historically bad for this long, it's on the owner.
Yeah.
Like, you're the head honcho, you're the head guy in charge, and
You
you
make all the
fired
decisions.
everybody else who has been there over the years failing. So, like, you're
You've
not
replaced
hiring
everything. It's
well,
just
you're
you.
not drafting well, you're not doing it well, Woody Johnson. Sell the team, you're old.
Dude, I saw a
The Jets
stat.
the Jets fans deserve better, dude.
He what's his name? Well, I can't remember his name now. Quarterback for the Vikings. Just came over from
Sam
the
Darnold.
Jets. Sam Darnold. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot his name. Sam Darnold. He has more wins with the Vikings than he does with the Jets.
Jesus, dude.
And he was at the Jets for like a while.
But yeah, they put it on the Packers. Honestly, the Packers came back strong in that fourth quarter to try to make it look a lot closer than it was. But their offense was pretty stagnant for 3 quarters. They were mostly getting their teeth kicked in, and the Vikings were just doing their thing. A missed field goal by the Vikings earlier, wouldn't have made this as close. It was 2 missed field goals by the Vikings, actually. But either way, they are able to hold on and get the win, and they were the better team on Sunday, so it makes sense. Packers reeling a little bit. I mean, they're just in a tough division. They could beat pretty much everybody else, but like the good teams. So
Yeah.
we'll see where that all ends up. They might be coming to Tampa, and yeah, I don't know if they're going to be happy about that. But
They're
either
like
way,
the Dolphins last year, where they like beat every team that was like under 500, like bad. But anytime they played a team that was over 500, they just got wrecked.
pretty much. Yeah, I think that's an accurate assessment. They might be a year away. Who knows? Once you're in the dance, anything's possible. But Vikings looking hot. Chance to win the division. It's going to be a hell of a game between the Lions and Vikings this coming week. We'll have our pick'em show for that, potentially, probably.
I
Just,
think the Vikings have a chance because the Lions are so banged up. But if the Lions were healthy, no shot. Like the
Lions are
Lions are
crazy
playing
though.
this well with 22 injured players.
We'll get to that in a minute here, but yeah, shout out to the Vikings. Sam Darnold goes into the locker room, greeted by champagne, the whole thing. They love him over there. It's going to be an interesting quarterback decision for them over the offseason. Will they pay him? Will they let him walk?
Right, because
Who
they got
knows?
that
But
rookie.
the real story of the Vikings do is Kevin O'Connell. Holy shit, that guy's good. He is just so good. Like, making it happen with Sam Darnold and having the balls to say goodbye to Kurt, who was clearly done. As we see now, it's he's making great decisions over there and getting the best out of his guys. You love to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to see the Vikings. Shout out Manny. Maybe your boys will do something this year. But
I would
anyway,
love that.
moving over to a game I paid very close attention to, Corey, because it was almost more important than the Bucs game. Was Atlanta Commanders Sunday Night Football. Dude, this game was wild. So I woke up at the end of the first quarter because I had taken a wee nap after touch. And I
That's one
woke up to
does.
7-7. I was like, all right, cool. We're good. No, Atlanta immediately puts up 10 points. As I wake up, I'm like, no, why? Oh my God, stop this. They're looking hot. They're looking good. Michael Penix is out there slinging the ball. Nobody can cover London. That's the thing, though. People just can't cover London. This guy's fucking good, Corey. I don't know if you knew
Yeah.
this about Drake London, but he's good.
He
Had
kind of
himself a
got
hell of a
quiet, but
game,
I guess it's because he had no one throwing him the ball.
pretty much. But yeah, Penix is good, man. They were rolling. But the Commanders came out firing in the second half.
Sunshine
They
has come to say hello.
hello sunshine. Hi. She's
If
such a
anyone wants to
cutie.
adopt a dog, hit me up. She's special education.
Wait, I thought it's your dog. Anyway.
No, I'm fostering her.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh.
She's
Well
too big
anyway.
and she's a pit. My HOA won't let me have her.
Oh. Okay. That's kind of cute. You're fostering her.
Fucking
Adorbs.
potty training the dog. I was not expecting to be potty training a dog, but that's where we are with life.
That's where we are. Potty training dogs. What was I saying, dude? Fucking who were we just talking about? Oh yeah, this is Commanders game. Commanders come out hot in the second half, get a touchdown. They had a couple more drives that should have been touchdowns, and just dude, they were ridiculous at the penalties all night. They were like just drawing so many stupid penalties. They had they were in the red zone and would have had to settle for a field goal because their guard for the second time pulled down the D lineman. And the first one, it was the commentators were saying it wasn't really a hold; it was more of like a chop, and the guy fell and he landed on top of him, and so they called it a holding because referees are stupid. But the second one was pretty clear. He did pull the guy's jersey down and held him, which led to the Commander having to settle for a field goal. Left the door open for Michael Penix to come back in. They get a touchdown. They get a big stop and get the ball back again, and boom. I'm just like watching this. I'm like, no, stop it, Atlanta, stop it. And they get all the way down to the red zone. Dude, they were just cooking this poor guy Davis. I think it was Mike Davis for the Commanders on their secondary. Just the dude was getting cooked all day. I don't know why they kept on trying to put him on London, but apparently it didn't matter. They were just going to throw it to whoever he was covering. So they managed to get down to the red zone. It's looking like an easy touchdown for them to tie it up. And I'm like, oh my God. And then P. John Robinson misses the fucking snap on a wildcat, has to run back, pick it up. You're thinking, all right, like it's like second and goal, but like 25, 35 yards to go. Boom, Penix hits Drake London on a out, get 17 of it back. Now you're about 11 yards from the touchdown, but it's 4th down, Corey, because they missed another one. You're like, all right, we got this. It's going to be fine. No, dude, Michael Penix finds Pitts in the end zone. Literally no time left. Well, no, there was time left. It was like a whole minute and a half. Finds him in the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. They tie up the game, and I'm just like, no. I'm panicking a little bit here, dude, because if Atlanta wins, they got Carolina next week. They're probably going to be able to handle that, and then therefore they'd be NFC South champions. The Bucs would have to count on the Commanders to lose next week and take their wild card spot. I didn't have confidence in any of that, Corey. So I'm panicking at this point. The Commanders get the ball back with a minute and a half. I'm like, all right, boys, come on. Nope. Quick 3 and out, punt it right back to Atlanta. They had like 40 seconds, dude. And I love Raheem Morris, but goddamn, he bailed us out, dude. Some terrible clock management. Penix is like backed way up into his own end zone. Chucks it to, I think it was Drake London again, wide open on the sideline. He doesn't get out of bounds though, and they're running up there. There's like 30 seconds. The commentator says, "Call timeout here because you got 2, you got 3. I forget how many it was. They had timeouts.
They had timeouts. They weren't hurt.
They did not call a timeout, Corey. They tried to run a play. It takes it down to like 15 some seconds. Then that didn't go anywhere. Then they had to throw another one, which ended up being a pass interference call on none other than Mr. Mike Davis himself. Boom, into field goal range, 54-yarder, no gimme for sure. But there's 1 second left. You got to go for this, right? Kid nails it. He hits it right down the middle. I'm just like, fuck. And I'm like putting my chair down, about to leave. Nope. Falls about 2-3 yards before the end zone, the post. And I'm like, thank fucking God. Commanders win the toss, go right down the field and score with Zach Ertz. And thank God, dude, the Bucs are back in first place and in full control of our destiny. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
Thank you, Commanders. Thank you, Jaden Daniels. My vote for Offensive Rookie of the Year, just for that. What a stud.
Jaden Daniels, dude, if he doesn't get Rookie of the Year, it's got to go to like...
Who else? Nobody
Neighbors,
else is even
maybe?
close to him.
Neighbors
Neighbors has been like really quiet. He had a couple big games, but he hasn't been consistent all
But
year.
he has
No
like
chance.
fucking... He doesn't even have Tommy DeVito throwing it to him. I think it's like Drew Lock throwing him the ball.
He had a very nice touchdown in a good game, no doubt. But there's no chance he's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
Bucky Irving has had a better.
Also,
Bucky Irving has had a better year than him for sure. Look at the stats. Bucky Irving absolutely has had a better year than him.
Neighbors just started really strong, but he did kind of.
But non-quarterbacks aren't considered, Corey. Don't be silly. It's going to be between Jaden Daniels, and it was Bo Nix for a little while there, but he's fallen off the last couple of weeks, so I think Jaden's going to take it pretty easily.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Williams not even in the talk though.
Not even in the talk. Don't be silly. I mean, he went to the Bears. What are you going to do?
Oh, dude, did you hear?
Anyway,
did you hear the shade he's getting for the like Christmas gift he gave his linemen?
What did he give them?
He gave them all certificates to go to his personal nail tech to get their nails done.
Good Lord.
Because you know how he
didn't. That seems like it's a
dude,
just
I don't know,
internet
like,
rumor.
Apparently an anonymous lineman said this is the worst decision I've ever seen Ina make, and I once saw him throw across his body into 4 defenders. Like, that's just a funny ass quote. Like, I hope
that
it's
is a funny ass
because
quote
of that quote. But
to be fair, that O-line sucked all year, so they don't really deserve very good gifts. They couldn't keep Caleb Williams up front. Maybe it was a message he was sending them. Like, hey, you want better? You want katana swords? Block for me, motherfuckers.
Well, dude, fucking Josh Allen gave everyone fucking trucks.
Once again, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, going for MVPs. You know, they've had those kind of years.
Jared Goff,
and Joe Burrow should be considered for MVP at least.
Jared Goff, great line. He apparently gave everyone Yeti coolers full of Wagyu steak.
That's fucking dope.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
It's expensive too, dude. Wagyu steaks are fucking expensive. So like the
coolers themselves are like $300.
That's a cool. Those coolers aren't cheap either. So that was definitely a good gift, especially for linemen.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's just really hard to compete with like you gave everyone a $30,000 car or $40,000 car. You know.
I bet those katanas weren't cheap either, though.
Yeah.
Authentic, storied katanas. I bet those things were expensive as hell. Anyway, Christmas gifts aside, let's get to our last game that we covered. Corey here actually watched this game so he can give us the download of what the hell happened last night. It was wild. It was crazy. It was close. Brock Purdy threw for over 300 yards. What a day. Offset 2 interceptions, though.
One of my favorite things about this game is both those picks were by Kirby Joseph. He had more receptions from Brock Purdy than Deebo Samuel did.
Well, no, Deebo's had 3.
I think those are carries. I think he has 1 reception.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Oh, shit, dude. Deebo, you suck, dude.
Dude, I don't know what happened. He got paid and fell off. But
I don't care at all. I don't like that guy.
He's kind
like
of
it was a little bit of the Netflix series, but it was a lot of watching him against the Bucs absolutely laying into Jake Moody after Moody missed another field goal. And granted, I'm sure that's frustrating to see your kicker miss that. Go fuck yourself. As a captain, that is no way to address your kicker.
Weak.
You lost me there, and I think you lost a lot of fans there. That was pretty weak.
Dude, now he's like all the memes are just roasting the shit out of him. Like,
because fuck him, dude. Nobody likes him. You don't get to be a jerk, and then people like root for you when you're sucking.
I think he like gained a little bit of weight. All the memes are about him being fat and slow now. It's like, all right. I mean, he's still an NFL athlete. I don't think he's fat.
He's
but
not fat, but I do like to see him getting roasted. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Did you see that Juwan Jennings block on that one corner into the back of the end zone?
Started a brawl.
That was crazy, dude. He just like that was a straight up looking for a fight. But then like shout out Kirby Joseph immediately got in that man's face and shoved him into the sideline into the stands. Here for it. The refs are just like offsetting penalties, whatever, moving on. Because dude, you drove that man to the ground, and then he had his hand on his neck. Yeah. Like, what the fuck, Jennings? That was crazy. I did not see that coming from Jennings.
But they had apparently been getting into it during that drive. Like during that drive, those two, like he was covering him and they were playing a little physical. They were causing some drama. I do appreciate the offsetting field goals because obviously, like I think like most people in the NFL, I just really like Dan Campbell. I'm kind of rooting for the Lions now that the Cowboys are out of it. And fuck the 49ers.
Yeah, fair.
But I was kind of like, if Kirby Joseph hadn't piled in there and hit the dude, like, sure, you got to defend your teammates and stuff, but then it's just a personal foul, and then you fucking drive them 15 yards. They're in the red zone. Like, if you drive them back now, instead of it being like 2nd and 5, it's 2nd and 20. You maybe have to hold them to a field goal. I would have preferred that, but also I get, you got to set the tone early in the game and like let them know they can't be bullying your teammates.
It's a responsible decision, and I do respect that, but I also respect the fuck out of him coming over and shoving that man into the sidelines. Don't do that to my teammates.
But you
gotta look out for each other out there, dude.
There was a dude sitting in like a dude in like
in a wheelchair, right?
chairs, and like so the camera guy gets trucked by the initial thing, and Kirby Joseph launches the dude into the dude in the wheelchair. He's like, so tough.
Full NFL experience, baby.
You see, what's his name? Kettle. He's over there. He's like pulling Juwan Jennings away. He's like looking back at the dude in the wheelchair, like, "Oh shit, we gotta get out of here, bro."
Dude, Kettle's like the only adult over there. What's going on? The 49ers are a mess, and I'm here for it. Fuck him.
I really like Kettle. I like how he plays. I like his personality. I like him as a dude. But then, like, one time they, like, really beat down on the Cowboys. He, like, lifted up his jersey, and he had a shirt that said, fuck the Cowboys. And after that, I was kind of like, it's hard to like you now, bro. It's hard to like you.
It's hard to like you, yeah. No, that's fair.
But I do still like him, because he's just such a cool dude.
He is cool. It's hard to hate on him. He was the only bright spot of that. That receiver's Netflix, dude. I didn't even make it through a couple episodes in. Like, the only one I really cared about was Kettle. And, like, frankly, I'm just sick of it. Sick of receivers. I'm sick of fucking quarterbacks. Like, you guys all get way too much fucking attention. Dude, send me an email when we're doing the line. Let me know when we're doing the D lineman fucking documentaries, Netflix. Let me know when we're doing fucking the linebackers. What's the defense in there?
Just
the quarterbacks and receivers.
Insane people. Just a bunch of dudes that are just like, I fucking inject rabies and I eat, babies for.
Dude, I would love to follow around Nick Bosa for a year. That'd be hilarious.
No, Nick Bosa, that dude doesn't talk enough. He's just gonna be like,
what? You mean the guy who rolled over to Purdy and had the Trump sign? That's the meme. They're all apparently they're like 0-something since that happened though, so that's not great. He hasn't had the best year, but I still love to follow him around.
Dude. Like, yeah. I think after like when Purdy first rolled in, he's like, man, that must be crazy. You're just like doing it as a rookie, huh? And Purdy was like, yeah, man, just and he's like, cool. Like Bosa just gives me the impression he's always stoned as fuck. Like I don't
Yeah.
think he is because
No, of course not.
he's playing, but like he seems like the most stoned dude you've ever talked to, just
Yeah.
all the time. But he's just
Both
like
the
a
Boses
fucking
are kind of
merc.
like that.
Just like, yeah, man, you're on the ground. Like it's
Yeah,
just crazy.
for sure. But yeah, shout out to the Lions. Get it done on Monday Night Football. Moving
It was
into
a
a
close
big
game.
game against
Lots
the
of scores, which
Vikings.
I was happy about. I was doing OSHA certification as I was doing that. Don't tell OSHA that. I was definitely giving OSHA my full attention the entire time.
Full attention, as you should,
And
Corey. These safety things
definitely
are very
wasn't just
important.
answering all the questions in the softest way possible. Shout out or
No,
quick tip to anyone if you ever want to pass any kind of corporate or like OSHA, safety type thing. Whatever the softest answer is the correct answer. How can we
correct.
not hurt anybody's feelings and do this as slowly and do as bad of a job as possible? That is the correct way.
Correct. Absolutely. Shout out OSHA, making jobs go slower since whenever they've been around.
Yeah. Apparently some dude
Maybe they've
died in a
saved a couple
tunnel.
guys, though.
None.
Whatever. Maybe they've saved a couple dudes with all their ridiculous regulations.
Right.
Anyway, that's all we got to say, Sports by Compian fans. We appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to our content. It keeps us going. Happy New Year. There'll be more football coming this next week. We'll probably have another show for you this week. It's exciting times, Corey. The playoffs are upon us.
That is the time. And now there's fucking football on Saturday. Shit's wild.
It was a mess. It was like football on like fucking Wednesday. They're out of control. But anyway, shout out everyone. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Shout out Corey being back again as usual. Shout out Sunshine in the back there being fostered. We'd love to see it. Hi, Sunshine.
She's
Oh,
out here.
she's
She's
coming
like,
over.
you can't just point the camera at me. Well, hello.
Good times. Well, Sports by Compian fans, we're out of here, dude.